this episode of Haunted Collector.
Here we are in Puerto Rico.
Welcome to Casablanca.
This looks like a dungeon to me.
His son was captured and killed.
After 5 days, we knew we had a problem in the house.
This is Santeria.
They use animal blood.
Something just touched me.
Those teeth? Look at the handprint.
God, we're being surrounded.
Oh my God.
My name is John Zaffis. For over 40 years, I've been helping people with their paranormal problems. I found that spirits can attach themselves to objects and make life a living hell. That's where my team comes in. My son Chris, my daughter Amy, Brian, my tech guy, Jason, my researcher, and Jesslyn, my investigator. My job?
What is that?
Don't touch that thing. Find a haunted item and remove it. Because I am the Haunted Collector. All right, guys, I got this case that came in, and I want you guys to take a look at this.
Hi, John. My name is Sangret Merced. I work at Casablanca in Old San Juan, Puerto Rico. Casablanca used to be the house for the Ponce de Leon family for over 200 years. It's now a museum. Lately, we have had some strange events going on around the house. Doors that will open all by themselves right before my eyes. Also, some of the guards seeing shadows. We have one night guard quit after just working 4 months here. John, we ask your help to come here. I'm very scared to be here by myself. Please help us.
It definitely sounds like they can use our help down there. Guys, we're going to Puerto Rico.
All right, let's go.
All right, guys, here we are in Puerto Rico. We're in San Juan. This is one of the oldest areas. What did you guys find out?
Casablanca was built in 1521, and it wasn't only built as the personal residence for the Ponce de Leon family, but it was also built to protect the city against invasions by French and English pirates.
Ponce de Leon was well known for being the discoverer of Florida and Puerto Rico and his search for the Fountain of Youth.
I'm very excited about this. I mean, we got a lot of history. We got a lot going on here. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Amy and I are going to go meet with the client. Jess, see what you can find for witnesses. Jason, really start digging into a lot of the history on this property. Cool. All right, guys?
Hello.
John Zaffis, this is my daughter Amy.
Hi, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Come in. I want to
Okay.
show you around. Welcome. This part of the house is usually known as the throne room. This house was the house of the Ponce de Leon family back in 1524, and they lived in the house for over 200 years.
So tell us exactly what's happening in here. I know you had a couple of frightening experiences.
Well, yeah. One of the things that happened to me was that I got locked in while closing. I was just doing my normal routine, closing off each door of this room. And when I was moving into dining room, the doors closed on me. I was so frightened because the way the doors close, each door has 2 locks.
Okay.
And you will have to turn them in order to close the doors. So there couldn't have been any wind that would have closed them.
I see a lot of chairs and thrones and different things in here. Any of this original to the property?
Yeah, for example, this desk right here, it's the oldest piece in our collection. In Spanish, it's known as margueño. And it will be used as a chest with different drawers, and each drawer will have a different key.
From what I understand, chests like these, the keys were given to high members of society or to members of government, and they each had their own private key to open the drawers.
Yes. So this This is the study of Ponce de Leon II, the grandson of the conqueror. We have an object that has been moving. It's actually a spinning wheel, which has to be pedaled in order for it to go around. At some point, we went into the room and saw it moving, and nobody was touching it. We also have this room right here. Pretty much it's like a mysterious place. Nobody really knows how could it have been used.
I mean, this looks like a dungeon to me.
This terrace is part of the gardens of Casablanca. This is also an area that has been filled with activity, most of it recorded by the night guards.
Hola, me llamo Yes. So you've seen shadow figures around this statue?
¿Has visto sombra por esa estatua?
Sí, esta estatua vi una persona en vez de la estatua. En el momento que él se presentó, la estatua no estaba, estaba él.
What can you tell me about these cannonballs?
Well, there are the type of weapon that the military would be using at that time. We don't know for sure if these cannonballs actually landed in here.
Well, regardless of whether they came from here or not, they could have been involved with, major battle. There could be definitely a lot of energy associated with these cannonballs. Well, you gave me so much information. I want to get the team in here to be able to help you.
Thank you so much.
Ingrid and her employees at Casablanca are very scared and need some answers. So tonight, I want to do a thorough check of the property. Chris and Jason will check out the study, while Jess, Brian, and I cover the throne room and the terrace.
What do we have here, John?
I know it's from the 1500s, Brian. Very special items were kept in here. Are you getting any readings or anything?
Nothing abnormal.
All right.
Oh, this is the spinning wheel, right?
Yeah, this apparently would spin and move on its own.
So this has a cam on it right here?
Okay.
The pedal is raised. So what happens is the weight of the pedal will want to bring the cam down, therefore rotating the wheel. I'd be willing to bet if we just kind of stomped around, jumped around now, it's going to be enough to set this in motion.
Oh, yeah?
There we go. All right, so
I mean,
just
that's a full spin, dude.
Try a couple of AVPs on there?
All right, cool. Sure. Okay, rolling.
Can you tell us your name?
Are you seeing something right now?
Yeah, it's a black shadow figure.
Holy
Come on, let's go say.
Wanna do a quick EVP session?
Yeah.
All right.
Can you tell us what the cellar was used for?
Can you tell us what your name is?
Did you die here? Man, what the hell was that? That sounded like a whisper.
Came from down here, dude.
There's nobody down there, right?
Let's play it back.
That sounded like it was right in this room.
Dude.
What? Was that Spanish? Go back. Was that Spanish?
What the hell?
It's two words. It's saying something.
Ah, Piedra. I think that's Spanish for stone.
Definitely have to get down there.
You ready? Yeah. I'm recording.
All right, you got it. All right.
Yeah, just be careful, man.
This is pretty sketchy. I'm trying to...
Chris!
This is pretty sketchy. I'm trying to... What the...
Chris! Are you okay, dude? Are you okay?
I don't know if I lost my balance, so I took a tumble.
You scared me, man. Are you okay, man?
Yeah, pretty much just scared.
Get man.
Ugh. That sucked. I told you that letter was sketchy.
Freaking scared the hell out of me, man.
Ugh. Actually, shine your light at that hole. Is there anything on the other side of that? Down, it's like towards the bottom. Right there.
Wow, spider webs.
All right. What do you want to do?
I want to get out of here.
All right.
I'm not getting any abnormal readings. Because of the shadow forms that John and I saw up on the balcony, we came up here to investigate. Maybe the wind opened this door and caused the shadow we saw.
See how difficult that is?
Brian, look how hard this is.
Yeah, but we didn't come in here before to test it. We don't even know where this was. Without visual confirmation, we can't chalk it up to anything supernatural just yet.
We need a lot more information.
Let's wrap up and call it a night, guys.
All right.
Last night, Chris and I got an EVP in the study that belonged to Ponce de Leon II. So at this point, Amy and I want to meet with Dr. Gonzalez. He's an official historian of Puerto Rico. And we're really going to try to find out about Ponce de Leon II and see if there's any tragic events that were centered around him.
Ponce de Leon II and his son went into this expedition into the island of Trinidad. The expedition was aimed at destroying the Caribs and pushing them away from Puerto Rico. Unfortunately, when the expedition from San Juan landed in Trinidad, his son was captured and he was held hostage, and eventually he was killed. And there was nothing that Ponce de Leon II could do to save him. At the end of a victory, when they captured people, many Indian tribes practiced cannibalism as part of their religious rituals.
So essentially, Ponce de Leon II's son, he was captured, so he could have been eaten.
He could have been eaten.
From what we learned, the De Leon family was bitter enemies with the native tribes, especially with the brutal killing of one of their own. The question is any of this related to what's going on in this house? Tonight, Jess and Brian will investigate the upstairs area. Jason will man the monitors. And Chris, Amy, and I will cover the outside area.
All right, guys, it's up to us to investigate this floor. Let me just set this up. I got a new piece of equipment called a spectral detector. Essentially what it is an EMF trigger. Now it mounts on top of my still camera, and anytime there's a change in the EMF field around the camera, it'll automatically take a picture. I want to leave this here and step out of the room. Any EM signature triggers this, it'll take a picture automatically. Watch us on the monitors. Make sure if anything starts happening, light-wise, anything shadow-wise, let us know.
Great. You guys have a walkie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Good luck, guys.
Well, one thing that I'm understanding from everybody we've spoken to so far, they have a lot of activity here where the gardens are. These are all the cannonballs.
All right, I brought the thermal imager to see if there's any abnormalities that we could find just because of how much activity has been going on out here.
That's a good idea.
They're super hot.
Oh, yeah.
Still warm?
It's just as hot as your hand, yeah.
Yeah.
Just as, almost.
Which would make sense.
Right. Absorbs a lot of heat during the day.
Yeah. They don't know if these cannonballs have been here since the Spanish-American War or not. So all they know is they've been here for a very long time. Anything aim on that? Nothing, right?
No, the cannonballs so far are all giving off the same temperature.
All right. You know what? I want to do an EVP section here.
Are you the one that's scaring the employees?
Let us know what it is you want.
Were you a member of the De Leon family? Did you hear that?
Is anyone here with us?
Oh my God, there it goes again.
Hello? Now we know no one's up here with us, right?
No.
Jay, can you confirm that no one's up here with us?
Yeah, you're all clear. Everyone else on that side right now.
Does this have anything to do with the De Leon family?
What the was that? Brian, that was so loud.
Hello?
Brian. Oh my God, Brian.
I feel like we're being surrounded.
Oh my God, Brian.
I feel like we're being surrounded.
Oh my God!
You were recording at the time, right?
Yes.
Stay here. I'm gonna go around the other side.
Okay, all right, I can see you.
This is the only room that has an opposing door opposite. So a crosswind could have come in and made this banging or things crashing.
It's a pretty strong crosswind.
I'm having a hard time putting together all the pieces of everything that's been going on tonight. However, I will say that Casablanca is situated at the tip of a peninsula, so there's a lot of wind up here, and I'm not surprised that it's rattling doors and causing things to move around.
Let's get out of here.
I definitely understand why the guards are so freaked out around here. Walking around, you can hear all these animals.
I know.
How was that?
What was that?
I don't know.
That just scared the out of me.
What the hell is that? Holy. It sounds like it's coming from around the house. Let's go up and check it out.
Sounded like it came from around the corner here.
Did you hear that?
It's over here.
I think that sound was coming from this rock.
Is there something...
Not really seeing much of anything.
What is that?
Wait, where's your flashlight? Dad, look at this. There's like something coming up on the camera.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at the image.
The face?
There looks like there's something carved into it.
Look at the handprint on that. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of carving in this. There's a lot of sounds going on. Then we see this handprint on this stone. Is there a connection? I'm not quite sure at this point, but something's trying to tell us something.
You know what's crazy? Your
What?
hand on it creates the heat, but that print on there is cold. It's blue. It's dark blue.
Chris, didn't you guys get an EVP saying the stone?
Yeah.
I think we need to talk to a couple of people tomorrow to see if they can explain to us exactly what this is representing and what this means. So let's dig in for tomorrow and see what we can find out.
It's crazy.
We had a lot of strange activity around a rock that's at the beginning of the property here. I'm not quite sure what it is. I need to find out, is this original to the property? So today I'm going to meet with Laura. She's an archaeologist and knows a lot about the history of this land. Kind of hoping you can share some information with me on this rock.
It's an ancient stone from the native people from Puerto Rico. They have special ceremonies. They consume a special drug from a plant to communicate to their gods, and they have some hallucinations. Then they carve in the stone the things that they saw.
Oh, okay. Was this found here on the property?
No, it's from another part of Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did they bring this in recently?
Yeah.
Okay. We have this rock that was involved in native rituals and is situated right on the property of the Ponce de Leon family. Is there a strong conflict going on? In my mind, there's no doubt about that. I can't wait to get together with Ann Gratt. I have a lot of information for her. Ann Gratt, we did get a tremendous amount of activity during our 2-day investigation. Right now, I'd like to play some of that evidence for you. First thing I'm going to have you listen to is an EVP.
Wow. It sounds like a male voice.
What's it saying?
La piedra, the stone.
Okay.
I got chills all over.
Okay.
Very scary.
During the second night investigation, Chris, Amy, and I heard all kinds of crazy commotion right up in the front there. I don't know if you're familiar with the stone that's in between the bushes there.
Yes.
Amy had the camera, which we call a thermal imager. And I want to show you what she actually captured. We had a handprint that came out.
Oh, yeah,
Look at
right
it.
on top.
See?
Wow.
And when we called in the expert to figure out what it is, she said it's an ancient stone used in rituals by the natives of Puerto Rico. And we know Ponce de Leon II, he had conflict with the natives of the island at that time. We know his son was captured, and it was rumored that he was cannibalized. So stop and think about this. That rock was placed onto his property where his home was. That could be causing an awful conflict. But the stone is a part of the culture here, and I definitely feel it's something that needs to stay here.
Yes.
But I can show you a way to actually help protect things.
Anything to get this to stop.
Throughout history, offerings made to spirits can help troubled souls move on. By making symbolic offerings of fruit and tobacco to natives and liquor to the Spaniards, I'm hoping to appease both sides in the afterlife and rid this property of negative energy. Bye-bye.
Hi, John. My name is Grisel Mendez. I live in Guayama, Puerto Rico. We've been having activity in the house. There has been voices, touching, doors being opened. My daughters are frightened. They won't sleep by themselves because they feel that they're being watched. It's gotten physical, scratching to pulling hair. I'm really concerned and I would like your help.
Okay, guys, we're going into the deep part of Puerto Rico. This case is extreme. I mean, kids are getting tormented, you name it, and it's happening.
Well, the house that Grisel and her family live in is new, and they were the first to live there. However, there are records of people living there on the land that date back as far as the early 1500s.
Now, the activity going on in their home is crazy. Is it tying in with the house, the property? We need to get over here to find out exactly what's going on, to see if we can help them out. Amy and I are going to go meet with the clients. Brian, Chris, why don't you get the equipment ready? Jess, start checking around so you can find for witnesses. Jason, start digging into the history right away, okay? Hi. What's up? John Zaffis. It's my daughter, Amy.
This is my daughter, Cheyenne.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Come right in.
So tell me exactly what's happening in here.
Since we moved here, right after 5 days, we knew we had a problem in the house. I have one experience. I was reading a book on my bed, and my husband, Mark, was sleeping, and this thing just came into the room and reached for him. He just like went,
They use animals, animal blood.
Does that mean anything to you?
This is my grandfather's name. He died 3 years ago.
Whoa, what? Those teeth?
Oh my God.
I have one experience. I was reading a book on my bed, and my husband, Mark, was sleeping, and this thing just came into the room and reached for him. He just like went, and he just left real quick, and I got up the bed, walked out, and couldn't find it.
Cheyenne, tell me some of the things that you're actually experiencing.
I started hearing scratches on the window. I would first think it was the tree, but there was no wind. And that's when I started hearing voices. They're just like talking, but I can't really understand what they're saying.
Okay.
There's been an apparition. Our youngest daughter saw a little boy.
I've heard you've had some pretty crazy experiences happen to you here.
I was studying one time, and I felt like somebody touched me here. I was in my bed, and I looked like that, and there was nothing there. Inside my house, I saw like a little kid. I couldn't see him completely. He was like floating with dark hair. He didn't look at me or nothing. He just walked.
He didn't acknowledge you at all?
No. And I got scared.
Anything about a little boy dying here on the property or anything that you know of?
No.
Okay.
Cheyenne brought this in, which I'm not very comfortable with. To me, it seems a lot like Santeria.
Santeria is a religion. It was brought over from Africa. They have a lot of different types of practices. Santeria also has a very dark side to it. They do a lot of sacrificing. They do bloodletting. So it's very important for me to check in and see exactly what is going on here.
My grandmother was a Santera.
Okay.
And she didn't believe I was really my father's daughter.
Mhm.
And so she would like hex my mother and me. She would leave dead chickens in the front of the house, a lot of seashells. And so I always become very nervous of having things like this.
Well, you have to remember, even with Santeria, it can be used for a positive, they can use it for a negative. Especially with jewelry or anything that you wear, they can hold on to a lot of energy from an individual. So you always got to be very careful when you bring these things into the house. Things can really amplify.
This is our guest room. We're preparing it still. My daughters decided to have a sleepover party. And so we told them they could have it down here. And the next morning, I wake up, they're all upstairs in the room. I said, what's going on? And they said that they felt that they were being watched, and they just ran themselves upstairs. Okay, here we have a couple of things that my husband, Mark, has collected. One of them being his grandfather's knife. It's from World War II. It's Filipino.
There was a battle in the Philippines in World War II where the U.S. and Philippines joined forces to push out the Japanese. And the battle that took place wasn't just a bloody battle. It was really kind of a massacre, a slaughter. Over 400,000 soldiers died.
If I was involved with anything, that can definitely hold on to some serious energy.
John, my husband, had a dream. A woman appears to him, telling him, you need to take the coconuts from the breadfruit tree. He did come days later and found these.
I went looking for them.
And did you find them exactly where you saw them in your dream?
Yes. Somebody placed them there. There's no way it could have happened naturally. And they were placed in an arc on the top and in a straight line at the bottom. I've been told by people who live here in Puerto Rico that this has got something to do with Santeria, which is voodoo.
Did you remove all of the coconuts?
No, I did not. I got most of them, but when one of them broke on me, it splashed stuff on me, and I said I wasn't going to touch them anymore.
Did anything intensify after he removed them from the ground?
Yes, it did intensify.
Okay. At this point in time, I want to bring the group in here. Let's see what we can find out for you.
Thank you.
Are these disturbances that Grizel is experiencing connected to Santeria? And is Mark's dream a clue to what is happening here? I'm hoping to find some answers tonight. Brian, Jess, and Chris are going to concentrate on the yard. And I'm going to have Cheyenne join Jason and I for EVP session on the second floor.
All right, guys, since we're outside, let's just let it get a sweep of the area, especially right here where those coconuts were dug up. Okay. I've got this thing that we're testing out called the VRM. Essentially what it does, it lets you listen to the EM field. The current theory about spirits is that they either give off or disturb the electromagnetic field around. So by using this tool, we'll be able to hear when there's an EM signature.
I'm not getting much at all. You getting a reading down there?
The coconut is giving off a little bit of EM. It shouldn't.
I heard that.
It's weird. Here in the backyard, there isn't any electricity, so if we get any spikes, this is not normal.
Cheyenne, are you comfortable asking some questions? Go ahead.
Why are you here?
Can you tell us your name? Why are you scaring people? Can you play that back? Let's see what you got.
Why are you here?
Can you tell us your name? Something right there, huh? What'd you hear?
Something. I don't know something.
Where's your headphones?
Yeah, I got them right here.
Can you tell us your name? Go back and see if you can hear anything. Can you tell us your name?
Oh my god, yeah. It says Miguel.
Miguel, does that mean anything to you?
It's my grandfather's name.
Is your grandfather still alive?
He died 3 years ago.
Miguel, does that mean anything to you?
It's my grandfather's name.
Is your grandfather still alive?
He died 3 years ago.
Was that your mom's dad?
My mom's dad. He was always there for me, like my father figure, in other words.
Okay. Well, that's a good positive thing, but that doesn't necessarily always mean that there isn't something else around. Jay, check out this area here, buddy.
Oh, you're getting some readings?
Yeah.
1.0, 1.4. I'm going up to 2.
Guess what it is?
Oh, wow.
I say we definitely try EVP session.
Okay.
Go ahead, Cheyenne, ask some questions.
Are you from this area? Chris touched me
You touched you.
in the back of my neck.
You okay?
I really don't like this. I don't like this.
Okay.
I never want any of my clients to feel uncomfortable or threatened. So when someone tells me we need to stop, I'm going to listen. We got a lot more digging in to do here. I think we should wrap up for tonight. Sounds good. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
The house Griselle and her family live in is fairly new, and we weren't able to find any deaths connected with the home itself. So Jason and I are going to meet with a local professor to learn more about the land the home sits on.
In 1855, 30,000 people died in Puerto Rico about cholera. Guayama was highly affected.
Wow.
Bodies were most of the time buried in the outskirts of the city. So in the house that you were investigating, it is right out of the town of Guayama, so it could be that the people were buried in that area.
But as far as like medical treatment, when this cholera outbreak happened, I mean, what was available at the time?
We're talking about 1855. There was no treatment. A lot of people turned to religion and used Santeria also to try to cure the disease.
Is there any healing practices that they might use?
They use animals, animal blood to cure the people. It's a witchcraft.
So sacrifices?
Yeah, sacrifices.
And that's still going on?
It's still going on real hard here in Guayama. We'll find that a lot of people won't talk about that so much.
Hi, my name's Amy, and we're doing a paranormal investigation on Caoba Street. After meeting with Cristobal, we talked with other locals who told us privately that very dark Santeria is still being practiced in the caves around Griselle's house.
So I think it's something we definitely want to find a little more information about.
Thank you so much for talking with us.
You're welcome back and good luck. Well, that all took place in this area, huh?
In a cave that's right up on this ridge, supposedly.
I got a few good hunches. I want to see what we can actually find out so we can start to tie some of this in together. Tonight, Amy will man the monitors. Chris, Jess, and I will check out the guest bedroom. And Jason and Brian will search for the cave.
Now, is this the side of the house that they hear the scratching and the knocks?
They were doing a sleepover. And they heard a lot of different voices, and they were so scared, they ended up going back upstairs.
The next door neighbors is right here.
I've been hearing kind of what sounds like loud bangs and things, but it just seems to be neighborhood noise.
Hey, let's do it here. We're gonna have to hack through this trail that's over here. Let's get that camera rolling.
All right, here we go.
Careful, buddy.
Need a machete for this action.
I know it's a little rough in here. I think we'll have an easier time going through this way.
Wait a second, what is that?
We got a cave.
There it is. Is there an entrance right? Yep, there it is.
Hey, come take a look at this. What the hell? I can tell you that does not belong in a cave in the mountains.
The freaking conch. What the hell is that doing up here? Holy... Whoa, what? No. Are you serious? Those teeth? Slightly ritualistic, yeah? I want to touch it, man.
Don't touch it. Doesn't belong in the cave. And look, another coconut. This is crazy, dude. Why don't you give John a call?
Yeah. Yeah, John?
Hey, what's up, guys?
We're in a cave right now.
And there's some weird stuff in here.
Okay, well, what's happening?
Well, we found a couple things that obviously do not belong here.
We found a seashell. We found teeth.
Teeth?
Yeah, and then we had a coconut.
What?
A what? There's a coconut?
You want us to move it?
No, you know what? Let's leave that right there for right now, dude, because I'm not quite sure what we're dealing with.
Copy.
With Jason and Brian finding the coconut up in the cave, I want to go outside at this point in time and take a closer look at the coconut in the backyard. All right, Chris, we got to find that spot. Okay, I think this is one of the holes.
Is this...
There's one.
There we go. That's it.
What do you want? You want to dig that up?
Yeah. Normally, I will not touch these items tied in with Santeria, But in this circumstance, I need to figure things out.
I think you got it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
What do you want? You want to dig that up?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Please don't tell me that's a spider.
No,
Oh,
what
it's
is
a beetle.
It's just a beetle.
Sounds like there's something in there.
There definitely is. I got a good idea of what's going on here. I think I know who I got to get together with tomorrow. All right, guys, let's head out. It's been a long night.
All right.
Hey.
I have a suspicion that all these coconuts may be tying in somehow with Dark Santeria. So I invited a Santero here to the property. Hopefully he's going to be able to give me some information to resolve this case. Well, thank you for coming out to help us. During our investigation, we had discovered that there were a couple of coconuts here. It feels like there's something inside the coconut.
Es unos tipo de brujería criollo.
That's what they call native witchcraft.
Native witchcraft.
Yes.
Would it be advisable if we had him break it open to see exactly what's in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oba, babe. Oba. Ale, oba.
You see they have some kind like hair?
Pues, tiene pelo.
Look at the hair. Yeah.
Es una lengua. Uf.
That's the tongue of the chicken.
Es un mal.
This bad stuff make people nervous, anxious.
That's what this is representing.
Exacto.
So if these kind of rituals are still common today, could this have been left here by someone practicing Dark Santeria?
Sí. Te doy una recomendación.
He recommends getting the coconuts away, and that will help them to get more tranquility.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. There is something definitely negative attached with these coconuts and this property. Is it related to the cave? We're probably never going to know. Right now, I'm looking forward to getting together with Grizel and Cheyenne. This is some very important information. Well, as you know, we were here investigating. I think now I have some of the answers for you. What we had found out is that there is a cave nearby where Dark Santeria may have been practiced. Inside, we found a coconut like the one here on your property. So today, I made a decision to bring someone in that can give me more information. And we found out that this was very, very dark witchcraft. And we found the tongue in there. We found hair in there. So what I'm hoping at this point in time is that we discovered the source of some of that most negative energy that is affecting you. But not everything we found was negative. We got a couple of EVPs that we captured in the house. This one here is very significant. And without your daughter's help, we wouldn't have been able to pull some of these things together.
Can you tell me your name?
Can you hear it?
It is my father's voice.
That's okay. A lot of times when we do have something that's bad around, parents watch over the kids. It's watching over all of you. And to me, that's a very beautiful, powerful thing. So what I'd like to do at this point in time is remove this.
Yes.
So you and your family can move forward.
Yeah.
With Miguel helping you. He's gonna be here. Okay? All right. There are light and dark sides to every belief system, and if a path of evil is chosen, this negative force can sometimes continue to do harm, even in the afterlife. By binding this symbol of Dark Santeria in cotton and casting it into the sea, I hope to rid Grizel of the activity that's been threatening her and her family.